What's going on, everybody? Mark here and welcome back. If you're like me, I live in a subdivision, and where there's subdivisions, there's usually never any trees in any yards, or at least not two trees perfectly spaced apart to throw a hammock up. So on one of my recent trips to Walmart, I seen that they sell a hammock stand by Ozark Trail. You can pick one of these up at Walmart for around 60 bucks. I thought, cool, I can grab this. I can't always get out and test gear unless I'm actually out backpacking or have a few hours to drive somewhere and actually throw the hammock up and just hang out. So I thought this stand would be a great option. I realized it's pretty heavy. It weighs just under 31 pounds with the carrying bag. Now, with it weighing a little over 30 pounds, it does support up to 350 pounds of weight. I got this thing home. I popped it out. It says it's easy to set up and you can set it up within 30 seconds, and they're pretty much right. It was very easy to set up. You just fold it out, lock the safety clips on the side. So on the package it says it can fit hammocks 10 to 13 feet. So I have an Eno single nest, and I pulled that thing out. I connected the carabiners to the hooks, and I realized that it was very stretched out. That is not the exact way you want a hammock to be laid out. So I figured, let's give it a go. I went ahead and sat in it, and for the most part it was pretty comfortable. And after I sat there for a second, I realized I was pretty low and I was only a few inches off the ground. Now, I know this is a safety issue, but being in a hammock, I like being more than a couple inches higher off the ground. That might just be my personal preference, but I definitely like being a little higher. For the most part, I was pretty happy. It supports my Eno single nest, not exactly the way I wanted it to because of how it laid out, but I was like, well, I have a double roo hammock, so I want to hook that up. Well, that didn't go as planned at all. As soon as I hooked it up and attached the carabiners to the hooks, and as soon as I got in it, I was sitting on the ground. I was able to hook the hammock up on the hooks without the carabiners, and it did work, but I was maybe an inch, maybe 2 inches off the ground, if that. So I could hear the side sack just scraping the bottom of the pavement there. And coming from me, this is my opinion, I do not think that attaching the hammock with the little rope and kind of twisting it around just to get it to work is very safe. All in all, the stand does do what it's supposed to do. It's easy to fold out, it's portable. If you don't have a lot of trees and you really want to just throw a hammock up in the backyard, this would be a great option for a single hammock. No doubles whatsoever. So this is a great option if you wanted to throw this in your house. If you have enough room in your living room or a spare bedroom, it has little rubber feet on the bottom, so you can set this up in the house. At the end of the day, what I wanted to use this for is not going to work. I wanted to test out new gear that I wanted to plan on taking backpacking and maybe throwing, say, underquilt on and testing some underquilts and maybe even camping out in the backyard to test some new gear. And that's just not going to happen. Not to say that this is not a good hammock stand, because it does do what it's supposed to do, but again, it's not for me. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment. Have you had any issues with this hammock stand? Have you had a great success with the hammock stand? Please drop a comment below. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one.